Hey, what's up? Well, we are back. Just how I see it. Now, last time I was doing this, we was talking about Dion, we was talking about Skip Bayless. A lot of it was just about sports. And I stopped because I just like, who wants to hear me talk about sports for 15, 30 minutes? I know I didn't. So I stopped. And it took me a while to get back to this point because I just didn't really know what I wanted to talk about if I were to bring this back. But as I was thinking, I'm like, I'm having these discussions, with friends and people that I know about different topics, about life topics, about politics, about sports, about entertainment. I say, you know what? I'm not going to put a cap on it. I'm not going to say I'm just going to talk about one particular thing because I got opinions on a lot of stuff, which is why it's called Just How I See It. Now, this time around, yeah, you're gonna hear about a bunch of different topics. Heck, you may even see a skit on one of the podcasts because guess what? I'm still an actor. I'm just using this to keep myself being creative, to be honest with you. And hey, if it pops off, it pops off. But if not, hey, I got this off of me. But yeah, I wanted this to be different. And so my first topic was actually going to be about this whole popular topic about, the 50-50 and who pays for what and how this man pays all the bills and how this man don't. And yeah, which it's gotten to a nauseating point for me anyway, but it's nauseating because it's just a lot of incorrect information that's just out there. Now, I don't want you to get ahead of me and think that you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. So don't. But what I am going to talk about is that a couple of days ago, I turned 50. Boy, turning 50, if you let it, will have you up in your head. I mean, it will. And that's, well, at least for me, because, I'm thinking about the things that I've accomplished, the things that I haven't accomplished, the things that I wanted to accomplish by this point, the things that I still want to accomplish. And so a lot of that was going on in my head. But you know what? After my wife and my kids kind of threw me a surprise dinner and some friends showed up, and then a lot of friends and family sent videos to wish me a happy birthday. It got me to thinking how grateful I am to get to this point, and I want to thank my wife for that because it meant a lot. It allowed me to really get back into the space of being grateful. You get to this point, especially with people that I've known, I grew up with, some have passed away. I'm grateful to get to this point. And so what I wanted to talk about today is what have I learned in these 50 years? Well, the first thing that I learned is that life is gone life. And there's nothing you can do about lifing. You just have to pray to God for the grace to get through it. Second thing that I thought about and that I learned is you just got to be you. You got to be you, whatever that you is. I always tell my kids, hey, be you. As long as you ain't sinning against God, be you. Because that's the only way that that you're going to find the peace and the comfort of getting through this thing called life. Because things are going to happen that's going to upset you, that's going to try to derail you, that's going to distract you. But if you're comfortable in being you, you can get through those things. Being you allows you to walk confidently to your purpose and reaching your goals and your dreams. When people try to tell you that you can't do that and that you shouldn't do that, you understanding and being you and knowing how God made you allows you to block out the noise and keep moving forward. I kind of liken it to you're taking a trip. Let's say even a vacation. and you know where the destination to that vacation is. Now, we don't think much of it because we either put on our GPS system and that's going to take us right to where we're going. Um, but along that road or that highway that you're traveling, there are a lot of things to see and to look at that are great places to go and be. But if you're traveling down this road and you detour to go look at all these great things that are there that are great to enjoy, but they don't get you to your destination. Actually take you away. They take you off the road toward the destination. And as you travel on this road, heck, you may even run into some construction. And that's like the noise of life. All this going on, and you have to drive a little bit slower. So your speed has to slow down. So it makes the trip just a little bit longer to get to your destination. But what you can't do is take your eyes off the road and look at all that construction. Man, that's a whole bunch of noise. Because that now takes your attention and could possibly put you in an unsafe position because you've been distracted by all the noise. And so that's why you gotta be you. And I've learned that in my 50 years is that, hey, I gotta be me, whether you like it or not. I gotta be me. As long as God ain't mad, you shouldn't be mad. But I gotta be me so I can get to where I'm going. And also being you allows you to easily detect who shouldn't be with you on that trip. Because if they telling you to get off on this road and get off on that road, that's gonna take you forever to get to your destination, then they really shouldn't be with you. Yeah, you'll have to take some pit stops, some rest stops to regain your energy. It's like the rest areas on the highway. But you still got to keep going to your destination. So that's the second thing I've learned over these past 50 years. And the last thing that I learned, like I said before, is that life will happen to us all one way or the other. And that's why this whole 50-50 who pays for what thing is really a silly and ignorant conversation. Now, don't get ahead of me. And don't think you know where I'm going with this. You're just going to have to come back and tune in to figure out what I'm going to say. But it does. You may wind up sick and you can't work. Or you may lose your job and you're not working. Or something may happen to your spouse where you need to tend to them. Or the money's just, for whatever reason, you had to take a pay cut. Your company goes belly up, i.e. Enron. But guess what? When you're you, even when those things happen, you get back up. Just like if you had a flat tire on the road, you fix it and you keep moving forward. And so 50 years, man, I'm hoping and praying that God blesses me to see another 50 more. I have this dream that, I'm acting, I'm in a movie or a television show and they come to my room and they knock on the door and I never answer. That's how I kind of want to go out. Enact in my trailer. But I'm grateful to have gotten this far. And I hope again that God allows me to get to another 50 more. So, yep, we're back. Now, throughout this journey, throughout these podcasts, you may take what I say as absolutely right. You may take what I say as absolutely wrong. But to be honest with you, I don't care how you take it. But what I will say is, whatever you do, you make sure you take it to God. And on that note, welcome back to Just How I See It. or we gonna have some fun.